All right. Hey guys. So my name is Philip. I'm from the Phil Plus team. I'm a PM there. This is a shorter version of a slightly longer talk that I did yesterday with a discussion. When that gets uploaded, you guys should watch that if you're interested in this. So today I want to talk about the FVM Bounty Smart Contract project. Let's get straight to the meat of it. The bounty contract is basically a way for clients and SPs to pay each other on chain. Currently, most clients and SPs pay each other contractually off chain. So they do a deal, they steal a sector, and then kind of the client pays them off chain. This is a way to just scale that up and make it like a traceable, like on-chain method to do this. What this is it's simply a primitive. It's a contract that checks the storage market actor that this SP stored the CID, and then would send that SP would be able to collect the funds. So the steps of this smart contract go like this. There's a person called the sponsor. This is the person supplying the funds for the SP, and then there's the SP itself and the destination wallet, which could also be SP, but there's a flexibility to separate them. The sponsor first creates a bounty, which is you can think of it as a bounty. In the bounty, you specify three things. First, you do the CID that needs to be stored, the amount of funds that you are willing to pay for the CID to be stored. So that is, it can be in any, like how much it is, and also like what ERC20 token you want to specify. And then also, a list of which SPs can actually store this. So you can actually build these lists of SPs and then combine them in any way or in any manner, and these lists would be stored on the bounty contract itself. Once it's there, storage provider can do their deal making anyhow they want through any onboarding tool, and they can come into the bounty contract and claim this bounty. And if they have stored the SP, the CID, the bounty contract will then just check the storage market actor to see if that CID has been stored, and then they can collect the funds, and the funds will be sent to the destination wallet. Now, this is slightly different from other payment methods that were proposed because this is kind of out of bound. So we're not paying per amount of data being stored. It's kind of just here's a bounty to store the CID. That's it.
So just the total. So like you say, what's an example of a sponsor here in terms of
The sponsor would usually be a client, but the reason why we call it a sponsor is because it could also be an investor, right?
Okay.
And an investor could be the ones providing the funds.
Okay.
Right? Here I'll actually go through some examples of where this will be applied. So on the data onboarding land side, there's a lot of different ways to onboard data tools. There's like Spade, dStore, like Banyan and everything. And all of these are different ways to store data. So the nice thing about this Bounty Smart Contract is that it's agnostic to all these data onboarding tools. And it's also asynchronous. So like you can actually make the bounty first, and the deal can happen anyhow it wants, and then the funds can be transferred right after. So that's the first application. Another application is it could be used as kind of like a data DAO situation where a data DAO could form to preserve certain, like collection of cat pictures or something, and then they can create a bounty for it. They can pool funds into this bounty. Different people can pool funds into this bounty, and then any SP can come in to collect the funds if they store the CID. There are some limitations to this. Obviously, gas fees because it's on chain. So maybe like one way to get around this could be either to build an off-chain version of this somehow, just not use smart contracts, or use IPC subnets, which is in development, I believe. And then the other limitation is that kind of falls short because currently the way we set it up is that each bounty is only like one CID to one SPID. And one CID, one SPID, and one client. So then it's kind of like hard. You have to create a new bounty for every CID. And most of the applications are kind of they want to store groups of CID with like multiple SPs. So then if you have M CIDs and N SPIDs, you can have like MN bounty contracts, which is not nice. So you need to modify that, which shouldn't be too big of a modification. But yeah, those are the limitations. Another big limitation is retrievals. Like we haven't even thought of that completely. Like how do we want to pay them? Like if they want the data to be retrieved after, to be able to be retrieved. We don't have any of that yet. But I've heard of people like actually having retrieval data on chain soon. So we can actually use that data in the next few updates. So very quickly, this is a joint project between data programs and another PLN company called Equity Labs. If we are still testing in LocalNet and basically done, we're just like testing all this stuff. We are next going to test in production. That's the repo. We don't have any code on it yet. It's still spec. Nothing's public yet, but we will publicize it soon and plan to have something by Istanbul. And if you want, it says there's a notification here. If you want to reach out, I'm Philip Pangestu on Slack, and then my colleague on the Equity Lab side would be Cameron Fife.
So I just want to get clear on the architecture. Do you have a new contract for every bounty, or are all the bounties in one contract?
So the way it's set up is that the bounty contract, it's one contract, and everything is stored in the same contract. Yeah. It's a singleton, yeah.
Got it, okay. Sounds cool. Have you thought about maybe trying to use some kind of state channels or something to take it off chain if you're trying to like save gas and so on?
I have not, and I will look into that. That's also possible.
Yeah, we can chat about that afterwards.
Okay.
We know a bit about it. Thanks.
Yeah, I'll reach out to you.